Hello everyone, I'm Ivan Ivanov. I'm a founder of UFO Disclosure Bulgaria. And first of all, I would like to thank you for all of you who subscribe my channel and following it. I think it's very important to share the true information about for this unusual stuff what happened around us. I mean, the UFO, the visitors, all these paranormal activities around us. Are we alone in this universe? What's going on with our life after this life? Are we going to meet with our friends, with our beloveds who pass away, who move to another world? The world of death. Most of the time, people is scared of the dead because they probably they believe that there's a life after this life, but it's just fiction for most of them. But there's a real story of people who are back, who was there on the other side. Everybody thought that they're dead, but actually they're back. And they describe very interesting stories, what kind of experience they have in another side of this world. The side we don't know, but we have a hope that after this life, there's another life. By the way, one of the LDS leaders, I think was Brigham Young, one of the leaders of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, he said that if we know what is on the another side, probably we'll not have desire to live anymore in this world. But we're here just to have experience, to learn, for good, for bad. Life is not all the time good. I mean, everything is different. And we're changing, we're growing, we learn day by after day. Now, I know that some of you probably attending different kind of churches, especially in Bulgaria. Almost everybody is Orthodox, or LDS Church, or Catholic Church, or some of these evangelic churches. Is that fine? People need to believe in something, they need to trust of something. And I apologize, I forgot the Muslim churches. Everybody believes in one God. They call this supreme power a God. Native Americans call this supreme God the Great Spirit. So looks like we're talking the same being, that super powerful being, and we call them by different way. And now, after centuries and centuries, in the churches or different kind of religion, they tell us what we have to do, what we're not supposed to do. And basically, the whole churches, the whole religions in the world, or philosophy, they teach the people to be good, to pray, to meditating, to make good for everybody around us, our families, our neighbors, our friends, even people who we don't know. Unfortunately, it's a lot of hypocrisy in the world, because for example, people going in the church casually, and because maybe if they're not going to church, friends will say, oh, they're not anymore religious, they're not going to the church. Or these people who is going every day, maybe they're going just because the others, not because the beliefs they have. We have to believe in something. Now, maybe the last 60 or 70 years, something has changed a lot in this world. People start talking about the UFO, about these strange lights everybody can see in the sky, from whole globe in this planet. I mean, they see in South America, North America, even in Europe, people start talking, what is this? In the beginning, this phenomena they called flying saucer. And for some reason, the governments, of course, they knew about this, but they decided to keep that in secret, do not talk with the people. And some of the world governments, they decide to start to investigate this phenomena. And even in that era, when people still call them flying saucers, American government create a special program, actually one of the special programs called Blue Book. And they start researching this. One of the famous astronomers in the United States, Dr. Alan Hynek, was invited from United States Air Force and Pentagon to start researching to find scientific explanation about this. And that man done a lot of work. Most of his research results from his research, they was kept it from the Pentagon and another official secret government organization, because they don't want people like us, like you and me, to know more about that. Who are they? Why are they coming here? Where from? For what reason? How are we going to communicate with this different kind of species? It's a lot of questions. So after this configuration or naming this unknown phenomena like a flying saucers, then this phenomena get another name, unidentified flying objects. And that UFO term was used for many years. Maybe the last 5-6 years ago, something like this, that phenomena get another name. Maybe because scientists and the government officials, they are scared to use another terminology to describe this phenomena, but they start call them unknown aerial phenomena. But we're talking for the same thing. Now, question is, if we believe in God, if we know that God exists, then what is this like extraterrestrials? Maybe there is not God. Maybe there's only extraterrestrials. Maybe it's another. Maybe that we're going to change completely our beliefs or the paradigm we grow up during this earthly life for generations and generations. Now, I was very happy to meet and to know, and after that to become very good friend with one unusual man, I can say, a treasure for this world. His name is Sergeant Clifford Stone. Clifford. I met him 9 years ago in Roswell, and I don't think that was a coincidence. We started talking, we became very good friends, I mean very close friends, and I still cannot believe that he's not anymore in this world. I miss him very much because this man, he knew a lot, and I can say that he was my mentor for researching all this phenomena. He has a lot of documents. Even now, I have digital copies of almost everything he had in his archives when he was alive, and this archive he collected for more of 30 years, I believe. So we had a lot of conversations with Cliff. And I remember one day when we were talking about the UFO, the God. By the way, Clifford was a member of the Catholic Church. And I said, Cliff, if you're Catholic, how your beliefs or your religion accepting the fact of existing of UFO and visitors, visitors from another world, from another planet. And if you don't know, Clifford Stone, during his military service for many years, he had 12 cases. He was a part of small group of people who was hired from the government to go in the field when there was a UFO crash or something like this. So they're going there, and they make research, investigation. They gathering that briefs from the metals or anything what left from the UFOs, and he facing literally face by face with the extraterrestrial entities. He described it to me with details. I know that Clifford is not crazy. He's a super normal person, super kind person, maybe one of the most kindest people I met in my life. So my question for Cliff was, Cliff, if you're Catholic, what are you thinking about all this stuff with the UFOs and God? And he said once when I had interaction with the extraterrestrial, we talk by telepathy. Clifford has this ability, that gift to communicate with telepathy. And he said we talk about the universe, the creation, everything. And then he asked that extraterrestrial, does they have a God? And then that being says, yes, we have a God. And now God is like your God. But your understanding for God is different from our understanding. So, looks like if we make some not changes, but replacing some stuff from the Bible or the teaching, the Christian teaching about the God with the modern words, then probably our understanding for the universe, for us, like human beings, like Homo sapiens, then probably that will that can help us to be more better persons. First of all, Clifford says once, I love this man. He said, first of all, we have to understand that we have to love one another, one of the basic teaching of Christ. Unfortunately, we talking about this, that we have to love one another, but actually no, we kill each other. Yeah, most of the time even without reason. Just the young kids, they stolen guns, go and kill someone without any reason, just because to see how is it. That's not good. The other thing Clifford told me is, and I'm going to remember for all my life, is if we would like to communicate with these extraterrestrials or the visitors from another dimensions or from multidimensional worlds, we need to, first of all, we need to have better communications between us, like human to human. And if we don't have that communications, then we're not going to do good communications, or even never these extraterrestrials or visitors from another dimensions, probably they're never going to have desire to contact with us, because our thinking, our actions, they're super primitive. Weaponizing the space is one of the big foolishness and ideas of this military industry, which is looking only for money, for more money and more money and more money. We don't, the visitors from another dimensions, multi-dimensions, and the visitors from another worlds or planets or galaxies, they not threat for us. They coming here to observing, to see how is everything going on, then watching us. Maybe they learn from our stupidity to kill each other. They learn, they study our emotions. Maybe some of them, because they are highly intelligent and technological and any other way and spiritual level, yeah, they're very ahead of us. So maybe they, maybe that's why they would like to learn what kind of creatures we are, the humans in this planet. And maybe because I'm very open, I'm Bulgarian, now I'm American Bulgarian or Bulgarian American. I live in the United States for 17 years now. And I met a lot of races, a lot of nations in this country. I love this country. I love the culture these people bring to the United States from South America, from Africa, from Japan, from China, from Vietnam, Asia, from Asia, or everywhere. We have to start looking more the things who can gather us together like intelligent beings, not things who can separate us. The difficulties between the cultures, it's okay. We cannot change that. We're not supposed to change that because we're unique. Bulgarians, French, German, Italian, Japanese, Africans, we are unique human beings. And that is the treasure of this human race because of these differences. If you're Christians who are watching that video, probably you don't know deeply the Bible or the teachings of Jesus Christ, but probably you know some stories, like from movies, about Christ, about his birth, about his crucifixion and resurrection. In the times when Jesus came to the planet Earth, getting this physical body, people, in that time people don't know what is electricity, they don't have a phones, cell phones, they don't have a TV, anything, airplanes, yeah? But how these people, if you tell them that Christ is try to give them a knowledge about the quantum physics, how are they going to understand that? So that's why he used parable to teach them about faith, for example, because the faith is one of the basic, the basis of the Christianity. If you have faith like that, small size, and if you say the mountain move it, mountain will be moved. What about if we replace the word faith with intention? Good intention. Or meditation if we replace with prayer. But not prayer, just talking, asking to receive more money, good car, better business or something materialistic. If we really meditating or pray to this superpower who create all these worlds, and if we really focus on this, I mean, with all our heart and with the best way for our intention, then everything will happen. Lately, I met very interesting people from Russia. They have some superpowers, and when we talk, the man, he told me everything is possible It's possible and is based on our faith, in our belief. Christ teaching about that we have to believe to do stuff. If we not believe, then nothing cannot happen. So if he say that with faith or belief of moving the mountain, can you imagine what we can do? We can do a lot of stuff, changing this world for better. What we can do? How we can change the world? Maybe that changes can happen from each of us, one by one. Love one another, make good every day, helping each other, even the people we don't know. I believe the world will be changed with the power of the intention or the power of our faith, the power of our beliefs for good, to love one another, to learn how to love, to learn how to be good every day, to create with our mind, with our love, better world, because our intention of the thoughts or our faith, we're able to create worlds better of this world now we live. Yeah, and that happened. I mean, maybe it sounds like science fiction, but it's real. I have some experiences with this. That's why I'm telling you that this is possible. It's possible if we just trust that we can do that for good. Christ, by the way, and remember one of his teaching, he said that if we became like little children, then we can live much better and we can do much more good stuff for us, for our neighbors, for our friends. Yeah. Anyway, thank you very much for everybody who is watching that video. Thank you very much for you who subscribed the video, and please join us, UFO Disclosure Bulgaria. We're in the Facebook and also YouTube channel. And by the way, next year, September 2022, in Bulgaria, we're going to have a huge international UFO conference, symposium, or congress, whatever you want to call it. And we're going to have international speakers, and many things which is not available to Bulgarian public will be revealed. People will know, and that will happen in Sofia in Park Hotel Moskva. Right now we're creating the website, so eventually if you have interest, you can purchase tickets and come to this conference. It will be 3 days, Friday, Saturday and Sunday. For more information, just follow us and you get more information. Also, we're looking for sponsors, and everybody is welcome to help us with money. Personally, everything I'm doing for UFO Disclosure Bulgaria is coming from my pocket. I'm not getting any salary from nowhere. I just I'm not sacrificing. I cannot say that I'm sacrificing. money, but I'm doing it because I want to do it. I want people to be informed with the real things, with the fact, with the documents, with real stuff, not just to talk like blah 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 and to get applauses. I'm not that person. I don't want to be a famous, and I don't like that famous people who pretend that they knew everything. Actually, they don't know anything, and they talk foolishness. So I'm very sorry, I'm very honest with you. But anyway, have a good day, good afternoon, good night. Thank you very much again for watching it. And if you think that this is important to be supported, like this conference in Bulgaria, or just sharing that video with your friends and people, please help us. UFO Disclosure Bulgaria. If you have questions, send a message in Bulgarian or in English or Spanish or Japanese or Turkish, Arabic language. Everybody's welcome. Doesn't matter what is your religion or philosophy, or if you're atheist. Okay, one more time. Thank you. And I love you.